What's up, fellow garage golfers? Today I'm going to be showing you some new and improved graphics on one of the newest courses out there on GSPRO. Today we're going to be playing Whistler Nicklaus North. It's a Canada-based course. I want to show you some of the cool upgrades. If you watched my last video on GSPRO, you saw me playing Pebble Beach. It's actually a little bit more of an outdated map on there. They're revamping it. I want to show you a little bit of the newer graphics that you can check out on GSPRO, and that's coming at you right now. All right, thanks again for watching and welcome back. As you know, here at Garage Golf, we provide information on golf products, equipment, simulators, pretty much anything golf related. Make sure to subscribe, click the bell notification. Make sure to reach out to me anytime, rollin@mygaragegolf.com. If you have questions, we're jumping right into the video. Let's get started. All right. So we're playing Whistler North course today. We're gonna be playing which three holes? Hole number 1, hole number 3, hole number 17. That's gonna be a par 4, a par 5, a par 3, just like we always do here at Garage Golf. I'm excited to bring it to you. I'm gonna show you some of the cool new graphics on some of these courses that are out there now. They've been designing these courses for a while, but there's a lot of new technology, and as new technology comes out, we get better and improved courses the way they look. This one's gonna really shine. I can't wait to show it to you. Let's get started. So as we like to do, let's go ahead and show you a flyover of the first hole before we play it. I'll show you this on the actual screen so you can see the graphics quality in great detail. Of course, this thing has incredible graphics. It's a beautiful, beautiful course, and I can't wait to play it for you at home. So we're starting at hole number 1. That's gonna be the par 4 from our Which 3 Hole series. This one's gonna be 355 yards. We'll start off with a driver, see if we can hit the fairway, and we'll go from there. All right, down that right side there. I'm on the fairway, I'll take it. Gonna be about 130 or so away from there. So for the most part, as you go through a round of golf here on GSPRO, you're not gonna have to do a whole lot of stuff. As you watch maybe in my other video, there are some times where you'll have to pull up the actual keyboard. This one lined me up. I'm 130 away. I'm about 3 feet uphill. I'm gonna try to use my 8-iron, get it on the green, and we'll go from there. Good strike. Should be right on it. Little over. Ooh, I killed that one. Must be that cold Canada air. 18 yards away from my putt. And just because I'm always fair in our videos, I always point out good points and bad points. The only gripe I would say that I necessarily have with GSPRO at all, which is a very nitpicky thing, but it does affect your gameplay, is the speed of putts. Especially in regards to tournament play. Like here, if I want to play in my sim and I want to match up what 10 feet truly is, I can go in there and adjust the stimp meter for the most part. In a tournament, they're really quick. So for now, I just left it the way it is. It's a 54-foot putt. I bet you it's gonna go really quick though, even if I were to hit it, say, to the screen, which is maybe about 10 feet. Let's see how far that putt goes from there. We'll just do a little test. I'm gonna try to hit the screen with a ball here. Let's see how we do. All right, so I hit a little harder than the screen. So 10 feet, and that wasn't that bad. Actually, I'm still a good 12 feet away, but say maybe probably 15 to 20 foot downhill. So it's pretty fast, but you got to accommodate for that. You kind of got to adjust as you go. All right, brake line indicator one more time here. Let's try that. Okay, so it's been a bit since you last saw my last putt. There was about 2 putts that I tried back to back that didn't work for whatever reason. My unit core kind of gave me a little bit of a hiccup there. So what I did was I restarted everything and I went into refine and actually verify that the putting was working there, which it was. Then I restarted it again, came back to GSPRO, and everything was working just fine. So we'll keep an eye on that as I finish through the round. One thing though that I didn't know you can do, which I think is a really, really cool option, which I wasn't even aware of, is basically when I came back and I selected the same course I was playing before, I thought I was gonna have to start all over because I was actually having a pretty good round. Obviously I'm putting for par. But there's an actual option if you go into settings when you select the course that says resume from last play. So I'll show you that on the screen here just really quickly so you can see how to do it in case you ever have to end up coming back and playing another round. I've done that for tournaments, but I didn't know really with just a normal round of golf, you know, how to do that. So just something I wanted to share with you in case anybody, I'm sure a lot of people out there know that, but in case anybody did not. So this is going to be my putt for par now. Hopefully it'll register just fine. I got 12 feet, and again, we talked about the speed of the putt last time, so let's check it out. 12 feet basically is about a little bit longer than the distance from where my ball is to the screen, but I think it's gonna be a lot shorter than that I have to putt it. So let's try it. Okay, so there you see it's a little finicky with speeds. So obviously I putted it only about halfway to my screen, 12 feet, and it went well past the whole outside of gimme range. So I am now putting again for bogey. That's my only little gripe about GSPRO is just the speed of that putt. I feel that was really, really fast. I played on actual PGA courses that aren't that fast. And of course, I get a double bogey. So just something that I would suggest maybe gets tweaked just a bit. It doesn't ruin my experience. It's just something that I have to get used to in here a little bit more. Let's move on to the next hole. I'll show you a flyover of that hole. Really, really cool. Really awesome graphics though so far with this course. All right, so we'll show you a flyover of this hole now, which is going to be a par 5, 500 yards. And as you see, really beautiful course again. I'm going to hit my driver on this one. Let's see if we can get it there. Hopefully get on the green within an opportunity to hopefully hit for birdie. So let's see how we do. Yeah. All right, so not my best. Along the left side, only 190 carry. Only a 202 total shot. So we got 283 still to go. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get one close to the fairway, and then we'll hit on the green from there. All right, so I'm deep down in the rough on this one. I'm going to be penalized. Again, it's not going to show me my penalty. It's considered what they call a dynamic penalty. It'll show me later on. So I'm just going to hit as hard as I can, and we'll see if we can get it where we want it to be. Hopefully there in the middle of the fairway for my next shot. I'm also going to aim a little right. All right. So, wow. Only 153 total out of that rough. I got 141 to the green now, and I will use probably my 8-iron from there. All right, so as you see on the screen, my last shot was 91% speed, 81% spin, so that's how I was penalized for that shot. Now, again, let's go ahead and pull up our shortcut keyboard. I just want to show you a couple more things that I didn't show possibly on the last video. And pin indicator, sound on or off. So you can always pull this up at any point by going to your, basically to your shortcut menu there. And it'll give you other options, of course, for different things like a heat map, for example. Let's see if we can turn that on by pushing Y. Okay, so there's the green, and there's our heat map now. So we can kind of get an idea of which way the ball will break based upon the heat map, essentially, which is a cool feature. One other thing that we can do, though, if you push H, you want to be fully immersed into the simulator. You get everything goes away as far as any tile screens, anything like that. So just more of you actually as you would look on a golf course. You can turn it on or off by pushing the H button, which is cool. If you push J, it will show you your shot there, essentially. So basically, if we push J, it's going to show us exactly where we're at to that flagstick and what we're going to need to hit there as well. So pretty cool green. It's a double green here. The other hole shares the same green, but it has a bunker in the middle, which is nice. And if also one other thing I like to turn on, let's see if the putting grid, if I have the putting grid on, and then I hit J, let's see if it'll show me the putting grid with that. Does not. So that would be one thing I'd also like to see is the putting grid when you hit J to also show you the line so you know where it breaks as well, in addition to like that heat map that we talked about. That's one other thing that I'd like to see maybe with GSPRO down the road on an update. So if we look here also, green grid is G. So let's go ahead and see if we can push G and see if that pulls up the green grid or not. And then for the keyboard, you can hit Tab to bring up the keyboard or not as you need it. So you don't always have to go back to the menu. So let's see if I hit G. That's supposed to be the green grid. Again, if I hit J, so I don't see the green grid there. Let's make sure. If I hit G, you see there on the menu, putt grid goes on or off. So the putt grid should always be on. I like it on. But the only thing I don't see, obviously, is when you hit J, it doesn't show the putt grid. I think that would definitely be a nice update in the future to be able to see where it breaks in regards to hitting the J button. Anyways, just want to show you a couple more things. Let's go ahead and go back to the shot now and see how we do. All right, so again, we're 141 away. We'll be using an 8-iron. See if we can stick it on the green here. And I played the duff. Get up there. Get up there. Gotta be honest, I duffed that really bad, but sometimes you get lucky. All right, so now I am putting shot number 4 for birdie on this par 5. Brake line indicator again. Probably gonna be braking to my left slightly. Let's try it there and see how we do. All right, so we got 26 feet, 7 inches. It's pretty much a flat putt. So let's try to work on that speed a bit here. Woo, just barely inside the gimme. So the gimme, I believe, is set at 5 or 6 feet. So not bad at all. We made an actual par on that hole. We're moving on to the last hole, which is a par 3, 204 yards. All right, so let's go ahead and show you a flyover of this hole as well. Now I picked this hole for its beauty. And as you can see, the reflectiveness on the water, how awesome that looks in regards to the graphics. However, I did not realize it was a 205-yard shot, and I pretty much don't have a club that goes that far. I'm gonna try the hybrid to see how we do, but it may be a struggle to get par on this hole. Drawing it over there, 8 into the sand, and I got lucky, got out of the sand. So I'm gonna chip it up there, and we shall see. It wasn't a bad little draw. Let's see if we can chip one up close to the flag stick and hopefully get a gimme for the putt. All right, so I'm obviously being penalized because I'm gonna be in the rough. I would like to know, those of you who use GSPRO on a regular basis, and there's a huge following fan base for GSPRO, so if you're watching this video, let me know the concept behind the penalty, because I'm used to seeing a penalty before I hit the shot. How do I know what my penalty is gonna be unless I see it beforehand? In other words, how do I know how hard to hit this shot based upon what the penalty may be? Not like I can stand it and feel it and know roughly what I'm gonna be penalized by feel. So I would like to know, hey, if I'm gonna hit this 100, as hard as I can, am I getting 50% penalty? Am I getting an 80% penalty? I don't know. That's hard for me to judge. So I'm just gonna use it as a normal chip, 14 yards away, and let's see how we do. See if it shows it to me afterwards. But I'm curious why it doesn't show it to you beforehand. Just inside the gimme circle. So I didn't get a chance to see if it showed it to me or not. But if you watched it and you have an answer to that question, please let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear it and get an idea as to how the penalty system works better with GSPRO, just so I'm aware. All right, so that concludes which 3 holes for today, and let's see how we did. On the first hole, which is a par 4, double bogey. That's my issue with putting, and something I need to work on to get the hang of putting on GSPRO just a little bit more, just because it's a little faster. On the par 5, I actually got a 5 for a par. And on the par 3, which I didn't think I was gonna do, I actually got a 3. So 2 over through 3. It's about common here with garage golf. So just wanted to reach out to you guys and let you know that I really wanted to kind of show that video. I wanted to show GSPRO in more detail, get a little bit more idea on the newer courses, what the graphics look like. I'd like to know your thoughts at home. Let me know what you think about the graphics of the newer courses on GSPRO versus, say, something like I did with Pebble Beach, which is a little bit more of a dated course. I see a big difference in graphics and the grass and pretty much everything in regards to the actual graphics system. And as I probably showed you easier on the flyover, you can kind of see it yourself. It's probably hard to see on the screen behind me, but I wanted to show you on the flyover. So second, it's gonna be a bit before you see more content from me here at Garage Golf. Just want to kind of give you guys a heads up on that. This will pretty much be one of my last videos I do, probably for a couple months. Other than the PGA show. I will be at the PGA show in January. I will cover everything there. I'll be there for a week. I'm actually gonna have a full camera crew. My sister and her husband do videography. They're gonna be following me around. We're gonna get lots and lots of content there. I can't quite share what I'm doing yet, but I will be sharing it with you soon, I promise. So just stick with me for a bit. I will be back stronger and better than ever, hopefully. And I look forward to pumping out more content for you. If you have any questions, reach out to me anytime. Roland at mygaragegolf.com. And of course, if you have any questions or looking to buy or build your own golf simulator, reach out to me. I'd like to be your go-to person for any of that stuff. And we got lots and lots more news coming up here really soon. Look forward to sharing it with you. As always, until I see you next time, keep on golfing. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks again.